எல்லாமே ஒரே भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। This evening, twilight, Sandhya Kal, as we call it, is a time meant for worship of God. A very special time when even the celestial beings will be engaged in the worship of God. And they say there is an extra spiritual current in the atmosphere which would support everyone who is engaged in worship. Now, we owe it to our Bhagwan's gracious blessing to be able to gather here in his powerful shrine and singing his powerful name, Divya Mangala Nama, for 1 hour as Sankirtan. And in celebration of His grace, with deep gratitude, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. We have been going through some of the stories that were read out to Bhagavan as told by Papa Ramdas. As I say every time when I narrate one of them, these stories are what Bhagavan listened to with rapt attention, relished every one of them. And all these stories have a teaching that we all have to learn. There was this Meenal Devi, the Rajmata of Gujarat, very devoted to Lord Shiva. Somnath Mandir is there, very famous. There were many, many Shiva devotees there in the kingdom. And one day, she offered gold equal to her weight, worth several crores. I think it's mentioned as 1¼ crore. Now people were delighted, surprised, delighted, and celebrated her gesture, this devotional gesture of hers. And her own son was so overwhelmed by this gesture that he announced remission of income tax to the tune of several lakhs to the public. So the whole kingdom was celebrating and rejoicing in this grand gesture of the Rajmata. As people began to talk more and more about it and praise her more and more about it, she developed ego over it. As it always happens in these cases, unless you offer something to the Lord in the spirit of surrender without any expectations, more often than not, people develop ego over it. Oh, we are able to contribute. So now she began to feel very proud that she could do it. And Lord Shiva was watching all this, thought that Rajmata was a great devotee of his. It would not do if she became proud of these gestures. That she should be humbled for her own good, for her greater good. So one day, he appeared in her dream and said, there is a Brahmin lady, a very poor lady, living in such and such place. Now, I would like you to go and beg her for a little punya that she has earned. Now, this was totally new to her, though she was shocked, because all the time she was thinking that she was the greatest donor. And now Lord Shiva is asking her to beg a very poor Brahmin woman for a little punya of that which the Brahmin lady had earned. She was very curious, and then she sent her men in search of her, and finally they found her and brought her before her. Now, as per the order of Lord Shiva in a dream, she said she thought it was a very ordinary, insignificant gesture. I mean, after the poor Brahmin lady, offer her punya, she could gift her with some money, which the Brahmin lady might need. So that was all there to it. But then, as it happened, when she begged, as Lord Shiva ordered, for a little punya from this lady, this poor Brahmin lady, she refused, saying, it is nothing much. You see, the whole of yesterday I was fasting, even without water. And this morning, some sadhu came to me and offered a little food without salt. As is the habit with me, I offered half that food to Lord Shiva, and then half of the leftover to someone else who was also hungry, and then took that little bit for myself. This was all the punya that I have earned. I have nothing at all to give you. This was very little punya I have earned by this gesture. But then, I have one asset, and that is my bhakti for the holy feet of Lord Shiva, and I cannot afford to part with it. So she flatly refused, and then Rajmata did not know what to say. Finally, she begged this woman that she understood the spirit in which she did, and that she would accept her advice, her instructions over such things. In all humility, Rajmata, even as a disciple, as a devotee, she begged this woman to put her wise about these things, the devotional offerings. Then this poor Brahmin lady said, oh, that I can tell you. I can tell you a few things about what I myself have been practicing. And that is good conduct, and humility. Humility is a great virtue, she said, and good conduct. And then she said, there's one more sterling quality, and that is patience. And finally, she said, when you give a gift to someone, it should be done in the spirit of service to the Lord, and that without expectations. It must be an unconditional offering. So you see, no matter how much gold Rajmata was able to offer to Lord Shiva, prided herself over that, how God would look upon everything is what that matters. And this poor lady, in spite of her complete fasting, even without water, and when she got little food, she offered not only Lord Shiva, she shared it with somebody. So this lady said, before you eat, you have to offer, you have to share your food with someone. This is the greatest dana. So you see, as the story goes, I'm reminded of what Bhagwan himself said to me in Sanadi Street House. Many people would know the ashtray story, that how I bought a brand new one with a world map and the sun shining upon it, which I thought was symbolic of what Bhagwan himself was doing to the world. But when I took it to him, he would not keep it with himself. He gave it back to me because I interfered twice, impertinently on my part, reminding him to use that, because he was not using it. He went on using his old, dented, small vessel, a small cup with water as ashtray. So twice I was trying to remind him that he could put the new one to use, and which was impertinence on my part. So at the end of which, he gave it back to me saying, this beggar would use it someday. You keep it with you. So the whole night I sat and cried, realizing what I had done, that once I offered something to Bhagwan, I had no more say in the matter, but then I intervened by mistake. The next day morning when I went there were so many people, there was hardly place for me, and yet they let me in, and I went and sat in a corner as per his instruction. Then he started telling the story to the people around, how he visited Arunachaleshwara Mandir. And it happened once that there were many, many people on either side. On the one side the women, on the other side the men. Each one had a plate to offer, a plate of coconut, betel leaves, and some mala, and the banana fruits. Each one of them had a plate. And it was a very crowded day, and the pujari would take one plate from one devotee and put the mala on Arunachaleshwara and take out the previous mala and give it back to this one as prasad. And then he would take the next plate with the mala. He would once again now put on Arunachaleshwara the new mala and remove the old mala to be given as prasad. So this went on, and finally there was one man at the end of the line. He had a very beautiful handmade mala, specially made for Arunachaleshwara. He was watching the whole thing and he was afraid that the pujari would take it off and give it to the next person. So when his turn came and the pujari came to him for the plate, he said, "This is a very beautiful mala. I would like you to put it on Arunachaleshwara and keep it there and not give it to anyone else as prasad." Now the pujari got wild. He said, "What? You want to offer it to Arunachaleshwara and you are putting conditions? Then Arunachaleshwara will not accept it. You can keep the mala with you." And then Bhagavan stopped. There was a heavy silence there that followed his speech. Then I knew why he did what he did. Then Bhagavan was saying, once you offer something to anyone as dana, as a gift, you have no more say in the matter. If you have any condition to put forth, then be sure that it is not giving. Any giving, any offering must be unconditional. And you do it in the spirit of surrender, in the spirit of service, and that without expectations. A conditional offering is no offering at all. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world of violence today. We beg you to bring in peace where there is so much restlessness and violence, harmony where there is so much disharmony and growing enmity between people and people, and order where there is chaos today, and then a disciplined life, once again, based upon our spiritual culture. Now people live any way they like and create a philosophy of their own to suit themselves, to justify what they are doing. And there is already the war that's going on with its disastrous consequences and the attacks of cruel diseases and the violence of nature. We beg you, Bhagavan, to stop this war immediately and bring peace. Once again, there should be no talk of war at all between the countries anymore. And Bhagavan, we also beg you to keep those diseases and the violence of nature under your control, and to uproot all the negativities of the human mind, asuric thoughts, that are responsible for today's world as it is. We beg you to reach out to those people who have been stranded in varied parts of the world due to some past karma, completely agonized over something or the other without any help or protection. We beg you again to do the needful. They may belong to different countries, speak different languages, and of different religions, but they need your grace badly. We also beg you to protect those unselfish people who have been working hard for the welfare of others from unhealthy, unworthy reproaches, criticisms, and aspersions. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and the growth in varied fields of activity, that India would reach that highest status, the status of world teacher, to conduct the whole world in the path of dharma. as predicted by the great masters. Bhagwan himself had predicted it in 99 that in 25 years there would be a golden period for India, and there would be growth in varied fields of activity. India would flourish in varied fields of activity and would become a superpower. And the whole world will look up to it for guidance in the path of Dharma. Bhagwan, we beg you in all earnestness and sincerity for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings, so that we assimilate it and make it into our Atma Shakti. We beg you again to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands and not be rakshasic instruments. Please bless us to run our everyday life as an offering to you and not be caught by the snares of Maya. We seek that ultimate state of bliss and peace, but then we need to be purified. Now the mind is full of desires, like a forest, and there is so much fear, insecurity, anger, passion, and sorrow, and growing desires, which are turning into needs. You have said that your powerful Nama is the best weapon to cleanse our mind of its dirt. That Nama has all the power to destroy our past sins and to prevent us from further sins. We take refuge in your powerful Nama. Wherever we live in this world and whatever work falls upon our hand, we know it is your work. It is Father's work, as you used to say, because the whole cosmos belongs to you. It's your own creation. So, knowing this, if we do our work in the spirit of service to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, all this would turn into Atma Shakti. Please bless us to do so. And please bless us again to practice acceptance. Acceptance of what? Whatever life brings to us, because it is God's will. Coming from God, be it a grief or joy, they are coming from the source itself, and so they can only be a blessing to all of us. If we don't suffer in life, we would never turn to God. So, Bhagwan, he makes it. Every suffering that we get in life, every adversity, is because of some past karma. So it's the effect, it is at once the effect of our past karma and an extra blessing from God, a blessing in disguise for our spiritual growth and for our greater kinship with God. Bhagwan, please bless us to know and feel your vibrant presence, living presence, everywhere and in everything. And please bless us to know that it is your sankalpa, your will, that's behind all the actions of the world. When there is a sudden past karma attacking us, begins to play up, everything begins to go wrong about life, everything misfires, we feel utterly miserable, and then we resent God and His grace, we try to move away, and we put the blame on all the others for our own failures. We collapse. We do not realize that we have invited these adversities by our past karmas. Whatever you give to people will come back to you one day, be it praise or abuse. But you, out of your compassion and generosity, would see that we don't move away from you and convert all our difficulties into great blessings. Please bless us to be grateful to you always, even for the sufferings of life. And Bhagwan, we seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths. The root cause of this vicious cycle is our identity with the body, the ego self, the tyranny of ego, the I and mine that rules all our lives. Please bless us to give up this aham bhava and practice atma bhava. Please bless us with that immortal life, the eternal living and eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme divinity. Jai Yogi Ram Sadguru.